All right, welcome everyone. My name is Maria Konikov. I'm the Director of Operations at Yeti, and thank you so much for joining us today to learn more about Yeti and in particular the Incubator program that we offer. So let's go ahead and get started. So a bit about Yeti for those who may be unfamiliar with what it is that we do. So Yeti is a world-class university-linked business accelerator. We're a charitable organization and an academic institute. We're sector agnostic, which means we work with entrepreneurs from any sector, any industry, and really any stage. And we offer multiple programs. We have several business acceleration campuses, which I will get to later on in the presentation. And we also have programs targeting international entrepreneurs, as well as soft landing opportunities around the world. So we have several educational facilities, including our facility at Alness in North York, and we have facilities around the world as well. So you may be familiar with Yeti's program advisors, you've seen them. I just want to share with you what the role is of program advisors, program mentors, really how the program is structured and what you stand to gain from it. So the program is meant for early stage for-profit entrepreneurs that have an innovative idea and want to bring it to market. So you can be in the idea stage of your business, or you can be in the early growth stage of your business, meaning you've got some initial traction, maybe you have a minimum viable product, and then you're in the stage where you're thinking, okay, what do I do next with my idea? Or even how do I even bring this idea to market? So for that purpose, throughout the program, you have 3 program advisors who are really your guides to walk you through the program, through the process, and they are experts in their fields. They specialize in areas of business strategy and modeling, finance, and business communications. So those 3 pillars set forth the stage for your venture to get the necessary tools and the knowledge to bring your idea to market or to grow it from where it is today onto that next level. So throughout the program, they will be leading some of the sessions. Their names are, as you may have seen on our website, Dr. Murat Resin, Dr. Olga Murjuev, and Mr. Rick Phillips. And throughout the program, they each lead sessions, but then you also have the opportunity to meet with them one-on-one 3 times throughout the session to discuss your particular venture and also different areas of your venture. For example, you'll have a chance to discuss your particular business model, the strategy of your business, as well as your concrete financial assessment and your communications through crafting a presentation for potential investors and funders. And then throughout the program, the way that you would connect with them is through office hours. At the end of each session, you have about a 15 to 30 minute office hour, we call it. Now that the program is online for the time being, it would be a virtual one, but that's really your chance to ask them any questions you may have, etc. We also have a long roster of mentors. So the purpose of the program advisors is to help you with the business planning aspects of your business, where mentors are meant to help you with specific subject matter questions you may have. So for example, if you're working on a medical tech startup and you may need somebody who is an expert in that field, then we will go ahead and connect you with a mentor. We have over 250 mentors on our list who are all subject matter experts. They work in their particular field. They are successful entrepreneurs themselves, and they have chosen to give back of their time to help other entrepreneurs get going and get on their way. And actually, I would love to see your faces. If you can turn on your cameras, I'd love to see who I'm talking to. It's okay if you don't want to turn on your camera, but if you can, I'd love to see who I'm speaking with. So hi, welcome. So the role of the mentors throughout the program, as I said, is to provide this guidance to you and to help you really understand the industry you're in, to provide additional insights, to provide connections, support. So all our mentors have chosen to volunteer their time. And the way that you're able to connect with them once you're part of the program is by submitting a request. There is an assignment that every participant completes, telling us what questions they would have for a potential mentor. And then we will go ahead and source a mentor for you that would be the most appropriate fit for the industry that you're in and for the questions that you have. And then you would connect with them either by email or Zoom or whichever way is most convenient to you. We will do the initial introduction, and then you may develop that relationship on your own, and it may grow even beyond this program if the mentor and yourself have a shared interest, and it can grow beyond. And it's a really valuable opportunity because these mentors are top in the world. It's sometimes very hard to get a hold of them, but they have chosen to give back, particularly to participants of this YEDI program. So moving on, I'd just like to share with you the rest of the programs that YEDI offers. We have a wide variety. We have the Incubator Program. As I mentioned, we have an international program for entrepreneurs who are overseas and are looking to perhaps establish their business here in Canada or in North America, and just understanding how this market really works. We have a program that is catered to not-for-profit leaders, so founders of not-for-profit organizations and charities. And then we have a program that is also for youth entrepreneurs. We have 2 business acceleration campuses. So as part of this program, it's not simply the 16 weeks that you're in the program. You also have a place to go once you're done. So once you've completed this program and you want to grow and maybe rent an office space, have access to more resources, we have 2 physical locations and more coming where you can establish your physical presence, whether it be an office or a storefront, whatever the case may be. And once you're part of the Business Acceleration Campus, it's not just an office space. You have additional add-on supports, such as mentoring. We have yearly milestones that we set with all the Business Acceleration Campus residents. And then we check in with you quarterly to make sure that you are on track, and then just offering support wherever possible to help you stay on track, maybe revise your goals and just help you get to where you're going so that you're not alone. Once you're done this program, you really become part of the YEDI family, and we're really here to support you in whatever way we can. So just to that point of additional resources, I'd like to briefly touch upon our funding resources as well, which I'm sure you're all interested in. So as a participant of the Incubator Program, once you successfully completed, you then become eligible to apply for our seed fund, which is a total amount of up to $30,000. It's a seed grant, so that means it's non-repayable, it's non-equity. We don't take a percentage of your business for it, but it is a matching grant. So you are able to submit in a funding request. There is a special procedure for it. It's a separate application, and then whichever amount you choose to ask for, whether it be 10,000 or 30,000, you have to provide us proof that you're able to match the funding with an equal amount, and then demonstrate to us what you would be using the funding for, how it would help grow your business, etc. And then we also have a venture capital fund. So once your business is established and growing and you may need additional resources and additional funding to get to that next level, we have a unique opportunity through a venture fund where we are able to invest a significantly higher amount into your business. It is negotiated on a case-by-case basis. And just in a high-level overview, how that process works is you also need to be a graduate of one of our programs. And then you need to have a third-party investor who's looking to invest in your business, but then has told you that you are not at the level at which they can invest. The YEDI VC fund then comes in and helps you fill that gap. So we would be investing initially to help you get to that level. And then once you're at that level and the third party VC can come in, that's when we would step back. And the terms of the VC fund are different for each venture. As you can imagine, it works like a traditional VC fund. And if you're interested to learn more about it, that's a separate conversation that we can have if and when you are a part of this program. So let's move forward Just a bit more about Yeti and what makes us who we are. So in 2019-2020, Yeti was ranked top business accelerator in the world by an organization called UBI Global. And the reason I like to share this with you is because it's due to several attributes. And most importantly, we have the highest success rate in the industry, which means 87% of our program graduates go on and survive 1 year after program completion. And not only do they survive, they actually grow. So they start generating higher revenues, they hire more employees, and they're generally growing. They're not just surviving and existing. And I'm also very proud to share with you that throughout this entire pandemic, none of our business accelerator resident companies have gone out of business. And we were able to provide special operating funds during that time to help with cash flow and to really help our startups and our alumni reassess perhaps their business model and help them throughout this pandemic to understand how their business can still thrive and grow and adapt to this changing environment. So just again, to reiterate the point that even though you're done with this program per se, we're always here for our alumni and we offer additional supports as they grow and change. We have also an established funder network. So we have a long list of fellow venture capital firms, angel investors, other stakeholders who are interested in startup organizations, even things like doing pilot projects, etc. So we do have an established network and community to help with different connections. And we have strong international connections as well. So if you're a business that is interested to perhaps start in Canada, but then go overseas and launch somewhere else, we do have, through our connections with UBI Global, we have soft landing partners really everywhere in the world. So if you're looking to go and launch a product in China, for example, then we would be able to facilitate those introductions, help with your soft landing, find a fellow accelerator where you can have some space, etc., and just get you on your way. And just to share more of our report, just to reiterate again the quality of the educational program behind Yeti, which is not simply just to provide startup supports, but there's a really strong academic component to it as well. And the academic component is not theory-based, it's very hands-on and practical. So even though you are in class, every class you walk away and there is something that you need to implement in real time into your business. And every session builds upon the previous sessions. And then at the end of the program, you have a complete working document, which is your business plan, but it's a business plan that you have created, that you have worked on every component of, and that you can confidently go to potential partners, stakeholders, investors, and present it to them and really know what you're talking about and really know where you're headed and what your vision is for the future. So just a bit more about how we help. Again, we have our cohort programs, which I mentioned, our advisors and mentors. We have ongoing educational events. So beside the cohort programs, such as the Incubator Program, we also have monthly alumni events where we invite different guest speakers and helpful resources to our alumni entrepreneurs. And we have additional educational events as well as networking events once we are allowed to do that again. Then we have the international connections and the venture capital and grants, which I spoke about previously. These are some of our partner organizations that we work with and that we're associated with. You can see really anyone in the startup ecosystem we work with or connected to in some way, and connect our entrepreneurs to them as well. So this is the end of the formal presentation about Yeti and about this program. I'd love for you to connect with us through these platforms.